Cool, we are live. Okay. G'day, how we going? Welcome to me live video this Monday morning. I'm going to do a good easy tutorial for you beginners there, how to do a row of trees. And something like this would look good on those panoramic shape canvases or boards. Okay, all I need to do is get me video up. If you can bear with me a minute while I do these lives like this. Where are you? Come on. So as I can see what we're all saying. And I just need to get, when it gets going, I need to get the volume down, which it is, good stuff. And then I'm going to put it on the big screen there so I can see everyone's comments. All right, and then I can come back over here and bring the reference picture back up on my little laptop here. I've got a reference that I'm going to show you as well. Let's say, where are we? Full screen. Beautiful, vibrant. Now, it's got a lot of aspects that trees have in them that'll teach you beginners how to do some lights, shades, the undershadow colours, and those branches just shining through with enough light so you can see them. And we've just got any type of sky you want to do, and probably a bit of a foreground. And something like this is so easy to change up and make it your own, like putting a lake in front of it or a river, or leaving it just as ground cover, okay? So who we got here? Sue, Mike, Sandra, Celeste, Sunny, Mike, and so on. Okay, let me get this a bit closer so I can see. So it's just people are coming into the room, which is good. It always allows me to set up. I'll get my brushes here. Now I have most of the stuff set up, the water and whatnot, paper towels. So what have we got? So, okay. So I want to get some brushes up here that I think I'm going to use, which is be an applicating brush. And I don't know, a couple of blending brushes. If you find a good house painting brush, take it home and see if it's going to blend for you, and if it is, that's good stuff. If it's not, you got to keep trying. It took me a while to find some good brushes from the hardware to blend the way I do. All right, who else we got here? Carol, Cara, Rosemary, Mike, Jason. G'day all of you. How are you all going? Okay, I got me coffee here. I ain't going to bug around. I'm going to get right into this. So I want to show you first the reference picture we're using today. I'll get this stand out the way a bit more. So let's bring you over here. Okay, and I'll zoom in. Now I found this picture on Upsplash. It's a free website. And why I'm using it today, where's my hand? Where are you? There we go. I like the way it's got the tree foliage, and it's not just one colour. I want to teach you how to break up different colours where the light's hitting it. And then it's got the undershadow, which is great for you to learn. And then it's got the trunks. And then also, you might not notice it, but I see it, it's got that dead brown growth underwood colour within the greens as well, to give it that real tree painting look, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. I'll change it up a bit, but I'm going for all those elements, the shadows and the highlights and stuff like that. So where are we? I'll zoom back out so we're not too close. There we go. Get rid of the, they were gone. No, I used to know how to do this, but it doesn't matter. There we go. All right, Sharon Blankenship, g'day, just dropped by to say hi. We'll be watching this on the replay. That's good. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to check out the links in the description below. I will put them there after the live show has finished. I can't do it just now. So I'll move my coffee, and I want some flowing white paint. Where is my flowing white paint? Okay, I've got some student paint here. It's in my house, I think, because I was doing a painting. Here we go. We'll use this one. Same stuff. I was doing a painting of eagle flag and a koala on a flag. and I had to take stuff in and out of the house to paint comfortably. It was good just to paint on my own for a while. So what I'm doing here, this is that craft paint as well, but it was the same stuff, it was just in a tub. What do we do? Oh, we just want a sky, so we're not having too much of a sky, so let's not get overboard, Ian. I'm always thinking we're going to paint a house when I load up my palette board. That's plenty. I just want a bit of a realistic sky. That'll do. So I want the base foundation for me sky, which is pretty much the student paint, those regular viewers of mine, and some retarder to keep that wet. So we'll get some beautiful clouds happening. Sky colours merging together nice and soft, like oils. I love to try and paint in the acrylics and get that wet oil look about them. All right, so we're not going to have too much of a covered sky here. All right, so where are we? Across there. I'll move those brushes out the way like that. All the way across the top. And about, yeah, that's enough paint, just to about there. I'll give it, in the reference picture there's bugger all sky, but I'm going to put a bit more than not enough in there. Just, and like I said, if you had a panoramic style canvas, one of those long ones, or even if you got two side by side, just a row of trees like this done brilliantly would make a beautiful looking art piece. All right, there we go. We got our sky primed, ready to happen. So I'm just wiping that paint off the brush. I'm not washing it yet. And where's my cerulean blue? So down here, watch what I do here. Some people, they're not sure how much retarder and stuff. I've only got retarder in that. My sky colour's not going to have it. Now, depending on your climate, if it's dry or damp climate, depending on how much retarder. Now, this has just been wiped and I want to pick up the cerulean blue, and I'm using the cerulean blue because to me it gives it that realistic sky colour, not a big dark cartoony type of sky colour. Okay, and just start at the top. Crisscross it into that white, just get it in there for the time being. This is a really good quality paint that I'm using. Okay, now I'm going to pick up some more of it and digligatingly darken up those corners, just because everyone does, I suppose. Now we'll just scrape it across, but before I do, that's why I've got that tape there, I want to get rid of that build up, so as I'm not going to pull it back into my sky. That's what that tape's there on the edge for. Okay, now I want to get this across there, and if anything, have the lower half of your sky lighter than the top half. Okay, I'm just picking up some more of the white now to create that look. Now that sky in the picture is more grey, stormy colour, but I'm just going to do a normal, simple daytime, easy sky colour for this live video today. All right, pretty easy one today. Now, put your brush down like a gentleman, pick up some permanent alizarin down here. Now watch, I've just got a little bit, and because my brush is long at the edge there, like that, I get my finger and I just wipe that across the palette like that, and I'm just going, people have seen me do this before in videos, and pick up a little bit of alizarin crimson in your brush. And we've got a cool sky, and straight in the middle we just want to bang, put some of that there. It's there, now we've got to push it into there so it looks real artistic and great. So how we do that, just put it on any old way, don't be nervous. And then we haven't got much on the brush, we got bugger all, and we're going to get it up the way we want. So do this, okay, maybe a little bit more, about there. You've pushed it everywhere you want. This sky is wet, okay? Now let's just do what we did to the sky and then pull that across. And this just adds those real values within your sky, believe it or not. Okay, and that's it. Couldn't have got any easier than that for a simple sky. Okay, that brush can be washed. Oh, I need to grab my flapping bin. Let me just walk out the door here and grab it. That way. It's there if I need it. And I've got my blow dryer. Now, we need, we'll come down here. We need titanium white. Okay. Titanium white. So I'll use the white and another little bit more. I'll just use a little bit more for the yumminess. And where's my brushes? Where's my fan brushes? There we go. So down there, I've got a fan brush to put the cloud on, and I've got another one to put the yumminess on, and I've got another brush to blend what's going to happen up there, okay? Now, if you have trouble with clouds, which I know a lot of beginners can have trouble with clouds, they are something you need to practice, and practice them and put them into paintings and keep practicing them if you feel they need more work. That's all it comes down to, a lot of practice. Okay, we're going to have the trees there. I might put something just little here, so I'm just going to stamp it on. It's going to pick up some of the, what do you call it? That permanent alizarin we put in there. I don't know why I did that, but I just bloody well did. So I'll get rid of that. So what I'm doing now, I'm using the corner of my brush here, and I'm just tapping, and you can see what it's doing on my brush. And that's what it does to the cloud. I don't put it on there and just blend and hope for the bloody best. You do that, your clouds are going to look like snot, and you'll be wondering why. So this is why it takes a lot of practice. So now I'm jingle jangling that around in the sky, getting the top the way I want it. All right, the way I want it, the top's the way I want it. Because this is low, I like to bring them down to nothing. All right, down into the atmosphere there. Okay, now you might not be able to see it on the screen, but that's hitting that permanent alizarin as well. It looks bloody good. Now I'm going to wipe that brush just so as I can load it up again for another cloud. So I've just quickly cleaned it. You can't sleep, Chrissy. Yeah, I had a late night last night. It's just the way we set our body clocks. Now, I'm going to prance this along in front of that cloud because I'm trying to be artistic, and I think I've achieved that. All right, and now we need some more white, and we'll probably put something just buggering off from the middle out over our head like that, okay? It's coming over your head. You've stamped it on, it's pretty easy. Now wipe your brush. Now this one here, because it's low, I'm going to bring it down to the horizon there and leave the top, not touch the top, and it's going to look like it's in front of that other one, okay? There we go, just like that. And it's slowly tainted itself with that permanent alizarin, giving it real looks. Now because this one's high, I like to give it a bum. And that's what creates the look of coming over our head. So we've got our bum there, maybe another one there and another one there, and then just wipe your brush. If you bring these ones down as well, they still look like good clouds, but you'll learn through your art journey that you've been doing them wrong. Trust me, I've done a lot of wrong clouds. And it's only fair to show you why they have a bum up high, in my opinion, and blended down low to oblivion in the horizon. Okay, that's it. Too easy. Now, like I said, we've got that other little brush. I better put some more white there. I'm a bit stingy on that, aren't I? Let's get it on there. Let's be happy and put more down there like that. And I tell you what, I'm going to have a mouthful of my coffee. Oh, g'day, Mum. I love you today. There's my picture of my mum up there. I'll just give her a hello every day. Now I'm picking this up on my brush, a little fan brush. It's a hog bristle. Now, see, we've got our cloud there. I just want some yumminess putting bits in front and behind each other, and maybe a little bit within this one as well, okay? There we go, don't go overboard. Practice this, it's great fun. You'll learn how to do clouds and you'll be painting clouds until the bloody cows come home, and you'll be so impressed with your work, and all your friends and family will as well. That's all you do. Just sit it on it and down a little bit. Don't blend this into nothing, otherwise it was a waste of time and you're wondering what the hell was that for. So we just kind of turmoil, movement, just getting rid of any even patterns. And that's pretty much our sky. I went a bit overboard with this sky, but sometimes skies can be the darndest things to get right, okay? That's it, you can keep going with that, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's give you a better look now. So you pretty much got an idea. We've got our sky. Now I'm gonna dry this, just the top half, so as we can do the rest now. That's all I've used the retarder, the extender for when I do my paintings. Well, Polly, I was thinking like that because I was always a pencil drawer before I started painting. And painting is a lot of fun. It's a journey, and it's a wonderful journey. It'll have its ups and downs, and have fun learning things. Practice procedures and subjects, then start putting them into paintings. Don't give up, Polly. It's bloody great. I'm telling you right now. There's a lot of people here that will tell you, Polly, you listen to Ian. He knows what he's on about. Chrissy Canvas Art. She's a bloody beautiful artist. She can paint some bloody bullshit art at times and it'll blow your mind. And I'm sure she felt the same as you as well. There's so many people out there that's had they've self-doubted themselves. I mean, I did it in the beginning. But, you know, give yourself that courage and move forward. Anyway, let's get back on with this. So I've dried that just so as it doesn't mud up. Now I've got to get rid of this big goobly gloop there and another goobly gloop there, and I'll wipe that on my table there. Okay, now we want some brushes. I'm just going to use a round. So I've got a round. Where's the camera? Oh, here we go. How long have we been going for? 17 minutes. Good stuff. Tell your mum hi for me, says Sue Patters. Thank you very much. Damn long journey. Yeah. Well, it can be a long journey if you have big pauses in the middle of it. Now we need some greens. So oh, what do we got there? Ding dong dally. I'm just going to use one green. Well, let's put the camera down there so you can see what we're bloody doing, eh? Now we want to tint, tone and shade that. So where's a bit of Duva Dinga Donga? Cadmium light. Here we go. Cadmium yellow light is a great pigment for tinting. Okay, now I want that there. I want a bit over here for the underwood colour, which is there, and maybe a bit more, one more for the pot, as my mum used to say. Okay, let me grab my, where the hell is that? I'm just looking for my green chart that I had here somewhere on hand, and lo and behold, I've got to actually look for it now because I want to show you in this painting. Here it is. Found it. I did a video a while ago, understanding your greens. Hang on a minute, my cable's fallen out. I've got to tuck it back in. Get in there, you. I did a video, where are we? Understanding your greens, okay? Now, this is a good chart to make. You get your cad yellow light over here, right? And then you get colours you tint it with, like burnt umber, black, French ultramarine blue, and I just used another one, phthalo blue. Different blues with the cad yellow light give different tones, like the French ultramarine, in my opinion, gives nice, true, real colours, where the phthalo blue gives a lot more vivid, vibrant, mystical colours, okay? You've got Van Dyke brown and the black, and these give you those dead underwood colours, in my opinion. And something like this, you lay against your picture, let's say this is your reference picture, and you can sort of see what green you want to go for, and you'll know how to mix it up. So how I've done it, just a quick run through, I've got the cad yellow and the black, and I've mixed it, okay? Then I've got a bit more of that and added a little bit more black. Okay, got to that tone. Then I added a little bit more black again to get that, so on and so on. And the same with the, burnt umber, sorry. Same with the black. And with the blue, I added a little bit to that yellow, got that. And then from that, I added a bit more blue, then a bit more blue, then a bit more blue, and we're getting these different tones, okay? And you can work out from when you've made your own how to go by it. So what do we want? I'll need carbon black. So I'm just going to sit that there for a moment. Oh, where are you? Burnt umber and carbon black. Where's me black? Burnt umber. Come on, I brought it back in. Where are you? Ding, there we go. Is that carbon black? No, that's Payne's grey. That must be carbon black there, the upside down one. Yes, it is. So back down here. So we'll get some carbon black. Get a dollop on there. And we'll get some burnt umber. And you'll see, get on there, come on, there we go. I'm going to put the colours that I'm using in this video in the description below once I've finished the live. So the black's going to give me these type of greens. I mean the black is going to give me these type of greens. The burnt umber and the blue. Okay, so I need, but I've got forest green there I'm going to use for that. And cad yellow lighted it up. Okay, let me get that down there. So let's do some mixing, shall we? I'm just going to grab a buggery brush, something I can just bugger around with. So we'll get the black one done first, which is that one. So I'll get a little bit of black, just a little bit of black. Don't use much, it's pretty much done, see? I'm going to wet the brush so that'll last longer. Okay, and where are we? Impasto. I've got some impasto here. Impasto is a paste. Okay, now I don't have much paint there, but hey presto, that's going to make that much more of that paint. Okay, so now I've got a lot of paint. Not bad, eh? I only know that because when I go into the art supply shop, and if there's things I don't know, I educate myself and ask a lot of questions. And the fine lady in there said, well, that's pretty much what that does. It increases the volume. So, and that's all I can say about that. Now we need one. I'm going to use a different brush for all these colours here, okay? So let's grab the brown burnt umber and this yellow now and get this one all mixed up. So we're going to have some dead underwood colours, okay? Dead underwood colours, not too yellow. There we go. You want to try not to brighten your greens with white. You can mute it if anything, like this colour here, because it's got yellow in it, more yellow. I can, like you watch, put a bit of white in that and it'll really lustrify it. But a normal, just like forest green, try and highlight it with some yellow, or yellow and white mixed instead of just white. Now here we go, we need a bit more impasto for that one, because I don't feel I have enough there. So there we go, instant increase the volume of paint there as well. It doesn't weaken the opacity of it, but if you go stupid and put an incredible big amount, it probably will. And we've got our green and our yellow there. So we can block in. I'm going to mix up just a lighter value of green as well, so I've got to grab another brush for that. Pretty much want to, let's grab this munted up thing. So I want to grab some of this over here with some yellow, just to get like a yellow green going, okay? You know what else I didn't bring in here? Oh no, where is it, Eenie Barberini? No, I didn't. Is the my spray bottle. I'll wet my brush. There we go. Now this is going to be pretty much a yellow green. Now look at any reference picture if you're doing tree foliage and pretty much block in all the areas where there are lights, darks, so on and so on. Let's get a bit more yellow in there. I need more in there. Where are we? Where'd I put that tube? Up here. What have we got there? We've got a few questions. Ian's chart is helpful also. If you make a chart, it will help for sure. There we go. Great tips. That's right, Polly. One day, yeah. You can find them free on the net, download, yes. Everything you can find on the internet these days. Okay, we're getting some green there, some yellow green. Okay, I want to start blocking in the tops of these trees. So what I'll do is I'll use this colour first, and I pretty much want to, they're coming in clumps, so this can dry out. You watch how this will turn like real stuff. So I'm using, say, the lighter shade at the moment, so I'm pretty much going to make puffy shapes like that within the canopy top here, okay? I don't want to destroy too much of my sky, but we're just blocking this in, and I wish I could speed this up for you, but we can't. So I'm pretty much making the shape up as I go across the top there. Come up there. All right. Let's define it a bit better than that. Yes, yummy, great, beautiful. All right. Now they're pretty much, I'm just going to quickly scrub this in like so. So that's pretty much where I want them to, under there I want black. Okay, so we'll block this in. Now, I'll get, say, one shrub here, blocked in. Block it in, block it in, block it in. Where's another one that colour? Probably something in the middle here. Come on. Let it wear out. Now I'm going to pick up the forest green. Get some of that. I'm just blocking in. I'm blocking the under shape of it and the top shape of it. Once you watch a whole video and you see what's being done, and then you're going to paint along with it, you'll know what to do. If you're just going to watch it first off and try and paint along, you'll be confusing, thinking, well, where's this going? It's always good to know where it's going within the instructor's eyes. Okay, so we've got that blocked in. Now I've got to take pretty much, see how I've blocked it in? I'm rushing here because I'm live. Get rid of those big blobs. Don't worry how unperfect it is, because I'm going to show you something that'll make you go, wow! All right, so now grab some of the other colours, like there's some, we'll dry that. Just looks like green wishy-wash at the moment, but don't worry about it. Okay, I've given that a quick dry. I'm just grabbing some of the other green that I've mixed. This one's with the black, and I'm looking at the reference picture. So we've got some different colours of this here. No, not dry enough. See, it's... Get it drier. That's a good thing about acrylics. What I love about acrylics, you can do this kind of work when you're in the mood for it, where a lot of oils, I've never painted in oils, but I do know they take a bloody long time to dry. And you've got to block in so much different than the way we do, like the way I'm doing here. So now I'm blocking in some of this. So this is another bit of a tree there. Okay. So that's one tree, that's another tree. We'll put some over here, block it in over here, dead underwood colour there. Come on, block in there you go. The trick is to block in the different shade colours that are within the bush. I'm going just roughly from the bush, that photo, just I'm just using it as a reference. I'm not trying to get it exact. And if you can help it, if there's no reason to, don't ever think you've got to paint a reference picture exact, okay? So I'm just coming through the guts of all these here. See, what I'm doing, I was making a bush here, one at the back, one at the front, something on the side there. That's what's going through my mind. Once you've watched this video all the way through and you want to paint along with this one, you've done yourself a favour and watched it a few times, and then you know what's up ahead. Now I'm grabbing that other one that was mixed with the brown, and probably this is a bit of a different one there, maybe some there, and maybe some up in here. Okay, that'll do. Let's not get too carried away. I want to dry this now. Dry it. There we go. We've got lots of different greens in there. If you squint your eyes, I just looked in my screen there, you can sort of see where this is going. Now, while we're waiting for that to dry, I'll be a bit smart and move on to the next step. So I'm just going to use the, where is it? Carbon black there. Got so many brushes down here on my palette, it's unbelievable. Okay. Hello everyone from Newfoundland, says Newfie Nanny. G'day Newfie Nanny. Now we want, which brush do I want? I want this one here. I wish I had my damn water bottle because I need to spray these paints before they dry. Let's hope they don't. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to blacken the bottom now. So we've done most of our blocking in. So you want your black, dampen your brush a bit. How are we? Yeah, there we go. So just come back to there, scrunch it all in there. This is going to be covered up, but this is your depth. This is a bit more part of the blocking in. So now what I've done, I've put that brush, that paint on there. I'm brushing it in, making it reasonably neat. Now I'm deliberately wearing some of it off the brush so as I can come back here and scrumble that just into the bottom there, a bit more artistic like, okay? You're merging the two colours. There we go, good stuff, beautiful. Bit more on your brush, and we're pretty much bringing this underneath. Beautiful. Now you might, if you saw this picture yourself, you might have done it a totally different way, but if you want it to look reasonably realistic with a lot of bullshit going on in there, this is a good way to do it, okay? I'm just tantalising that up into that colour there artistically, like tantalising it. There you go, in and up there. Look at that, doesn't it look great, huh? Now, quickly finish along here. I don't like using my beautiful filbert like this, I'm going to destroy it. Now this all needs drying as well. So let's tantalise that into the green as well. There we go. Now I'm just going to get rid of some of the heavy strokes out of there, the brush marks. Beautiful acrylic, look at it, I love it. I tell you what, I've got to whack my aircon on, I'm getting a bit humid in here. I've got the door open, it's morning time here, beautiful morning atmosphere. The cats are just sleeping, they've been fed. All right, I'll sit that brush down and I'll dry that. Gives me a chance to dry a bit more of the green. All right, we're nearly done, believe it or not. But hopefully we can get an hour out of this tutorial here. Something good to learn from and something fun, healthy and happy to watch. Now, let me just turn the aircon on. Where's this remote? There we go. Turn the fan to low. Close the door there like that. And why didn't I bring my spray bottle in? All right, so down here, I've got my deer foot. Now find a brush that's going to stipulate like freckle types. I'll show you on the palette here. You want freckles, okay, like that, not big, thick, like that. Always give yourself a test run if you need to. Okay, so now what we do with this, we're going to pretty much stamp in darkness, but that's a little bit too heavy, Ian. Calm down. There we go. No, just twist your brush, mix it up. You don't want uniform patterns here. This all gets covered up, but we're putting the shade and depth within the tree foliage now with this. So normally if I was doing an edited video now, this will be all sped up. Okay, it's good to come in from the bottom up here. See, I'm getting lines there. I want it more dotty. There we go. So we're going to do this over the whole lot, and this has gone and added our darkness everywhere. Thank you for that, Chrissy. She's just told you, if you haven't read it, give me the thumbs up. Takes you a second to do that. Costs you nothing. And it takes me an hour or so to do this for you for nothing. So that's pretty fair, isn't it, eh? I'm a cheeky bugger, eh? Give me the thumbs up. Because, yeah, it's not easy painting live. It's, you know, you're trying to please the masses out there and keep your dignity at the same time. But we're only humans, so stuff it. If we make a mistake, bear with it. And it's great to learn from natural things and sources instead of all pretend make-believe. Anyway, I'm carrying on there. So I'm getting all these, I call them black freckles. You call them whatever you want. Without these, your trees will look like a girl without the eyeliner on. You're used to seeing a beautiful girl. You've always seen them with eyeliner on, but the moment you see them without it on and they walk in the room, you'll think, hey, something's different. It's because the eyeliner wasn't applied, and that's pretty much the same effect this does to a group of trees when you're painting them. You'll notice with this how nice, natural and great they look. Anyway, that's it. Done. Okay, now we need a good detail brush for, where's my flat filbert cat tongue? Oh, I'm glad I had the camera up there. Let's see, is that a good enough? There you go, you can see what's happened there. Got to keep an eye on the monitor to see that you're watching the same thing. Now, see the colours that I've put here? There's so many ways you can do it. Now I'm going to grab the yellow to brighten things up. So I'm getting some yellow next to each colour that I've just put there. Okay, I'll bring you down in a minute. And I'm also going to grab some white for the underwood colour ones that I've added as well. So what I've done, let me bring you down here instead of wasting time. Get on down there, Duvalaki. Okay, so I've put some yellow next to the colours and some white next to the dead underwood colour ones. I don't want to add white to those greens, it'll mute them. Now I'm going to use this brush, so I'm going to get it wet. You want this paint to really transfer. So back up here, this colour, I like it. So here it is here. I'm grabbing a bit more of the yellow now and mixing with it. Don't go too bright. I can't believe I didn't bring my spray bottle. And you want it to transfer beautifully. Oh, I should have done the back one first. I will do. So I'll just show you with this. Now, go a little bit above, nice and sharp, leaving that dark that you've put in there. But I've got to do the back ones first, so work out, then I can bring this in front, but I'm just quickly showing you this now. Okay, can you see what's happening? Beautiful. Let me do that back one first, which was this colour here. So I'm just pulling it through with some of the yellow. Where are we? Let's get in there, over there. Now you've got to find the brush that's going to work for you as well. You want nice little details. And it's going to come just to that dark bit. You know what, my brush ain't wet enough, sorry. There we go. Just loading the brush up again. There. Now, when you've done a section as well, you can look at it and think, well, there's too much bright area there. You can always add the darker values back. I'm putting this pretty much here, where all these colours are. The smaller the brush you use for this, the better. But this is just to show you. I've got some over here. Now I'm going to pick up the other one now that I've mixed, the dead underwood colour one, and get that in here. And you'll see that that black that we've put on is starting to give this colour that we're putting on now depth and allowing it to stand natural. I'm just coming around here and there. The greens are what's going to bring this home. You watch. This is not doing much justice yet, but wait. It's great. I've done a few of these and they're fun to teach too. All right, now let's pick up the greens. So I'll go back to that green I first had, I was showing you with. Where's another brush? Excuse me a minute. I'm just getting some of the black, because there's not enough in the sky there. I need a bit more over there to... I didn't go high enough, and it makes the top look dull. Now we're grabbing this colour again, what we started with over here. Now I can bring this a bit forward in front of that other bush. Just about there, that's pretty much all I want. Where's another light one here? Now over here. I'm pretty much doing tree top shapes here, like little umbrella shapes, but leaving darkness within it, trying to make that tree shrub shape that I saw in the reference picture that I showed you before. I'm leaving pockets of black there. If anything, I'm coming around like this. How's that going? Is it blurry? Get in here a bit. There we go. I'm getting the lighter colour over here, and I want to keep this bush within the front of that. And also there's a lot of leave bits open, because we're going to get those branches in. And some of them just flicker onto the darkness there as well. Where are we here? Pick up some of the darker one here. It's got to be wet, that's why I missed my spray bottle. Now we're getting forest green, getting in front of that shrub there. If anything, I was probably a little bit light on all that black dots I put on those freckles. Now I'm going to leave some bits open within to get our trunks, when we put our trunks in there, over the black a little bit. I'll wash that brush. I want to try and keep using the same one if I can, and getting some more of the lighter green again and putting it over the darker stamped areas, blocked in areas. So like here. Can dribble up there a little bit. Time consuming. I try and think of a bit more of an appropriate subject when I do a live one, but I wanted to show you this. Some pockets there open on, because I'm going to have the trunks and branches forking through that. That's why I'm deliberately leaving them open. How's that looking? Okay, it's a bit loud, but I'll get there. I'm going to put dark ones on that one, I'll bugger it up. Now obviously the shape of your brush has a bit to do with it as well, so my flat filbert here is given like sad mouth shapes to all of this. I want the darker colour for that one there because it looks a bit too diculated. There we go, look at that. Get a bit more paint on your brushing and transfer it on there like an artist should do. I need it a little bit more wet. Come on, get on there. Needs more dark in there, I'll do that later. Dribble some of it in front of that black. Now those brownie colours there, I've got them on the palette with some white next to them, okay? So I'm mixing a little bit of white with that to accentuate the highlights there. I need it a bit wet as well for transferring purposes. And we'll start, let's say, now this will, hang on. I'll just wipe that brush. It's not dark enough. I'm just grabbing some black. It's just not dark enough. There we go. I want to darken up some pockets in there as well. That'll do. Okay, back to it. I'm picking up that dead undercolour with white in it now, and this is the highlighted colour in the background there. Leave pockets of dark there. Okay, let's go over to these ones here now. We've got some just in front of there, I mean behind there. the room has gone silent. If anything, these brush strokes could be smaller, but you get the gist of it. Now where are we? We'll come back a bit. Now I just got to, now see the green? We need the dead wood undercolour now. Watch what this does. This brings it to life. So we're getting the, I've got the brown and the yellow down here. I'm making a totally new one because I've gone and made a dog's breakfast of that one. And this can be tinted with white if it's a little bit too dark. Okay, that's good. Very good. Now you put this within the greens, just little bits here and there, and you'll see what it does. So let's say this bush. Just under bits where the light's hitting it. Is that working? It's making that green look a bit real. Tell you what, this tree here just hasn't worked out the way I want it to, but such is art. Just in sections here and there, not over the whole lot. This one here. This one. And this one. I'm going to get my script liner and use a dark colour, pretty much a burnt umber, and it'll have some highlights in it as well. We've got more green there to fix these up. What's going on here? I need some of this. And then where we've put our trunks, we grab that paint that I just had and we'll highlight it and sink the trunks back, or the, come here you, the branches. So we're going to grab a, I'm just grabbing the, I'll show you, that's what the tutorial is all about. I've grabbed the burnt umber with the white here, and I've got to get it reasonably wet. Twist your brush. And I want some nice and thin. That's not wet enough. See how it's breaking up? Okay. That'll do. All these are in there. Nice and thin. And then we're pretty much got them coming down to the ground. When you bring them to the ground, see they're breaking up, that means that the paint's not watered down enough. Bring them down to the ground, different heights, higher and lower. Don't put them all in one even line if you can help it, okay? Because this bush is starting from, let's get some all the way back there. Group some together, twist it, and reload your brush. Oh, easy, Ian. And these will be sunken back with the highlighted foliage. Now these bits that I left open, remember before I said I want to leave some open there, they're going right up within there. Crisscross some of them, get them Some right up in there, some up in here. And then get the bases down. I hate doing these though, they're scary. Where are we going here? We've got some there, some coming up in there. So I'll quickly get all these in so we can get to the next stage. No, I don't like that one. Let's just make him a bit more sharper. Okay, that'll do. We're getting pretty much there. Now we're going to get the, where was I? That colour again, I'm putting more white with it. Down here, see down here? That brown and the yellow, cadmium yellow light. Now get your brush a bit damp so it's going to transfer great. That's okay, Elizabeth, you've got the end of it here. Okay, now, also I want, I'm just cleaning out that other brush because I want a bit of dark. I'm just picking up some of the green there with some black on another brush as well, because underneath, well, you want it kind of dry on your brush. Underneath some of these, where they meet the tops there, it's got to be kind of dark. So when you're highlighting them, they'll sit them in there a bit more realistically like. That's pretty much it. I'm just being finicky here. Okay, now we've got that colour that we mixed with the burnt umber, this burnt timber one. Now you can see the colour there. Now you'll see when the white that I've added into it. And I'm pretty much going to sink the tops of those trunks down onto the foliage with the burnt undergrowth colour. And I want to try not to make too much of a pattern. Where's that going? Over here. Just trying to get my head out the way. Mix it up a bit. Getting there, all right. Now just to finish it off, and then we can do the bottom, I'm grabbing the yellow and the green, really yellowy on the yellow-green colour, the yellow side of it, see there? I'm wetting my brush because I haven't got my spray bottle. Okay, there we go. Now the bottoms, against all that black, we want to put these shrubs, bushes, trees in front of each other. So this one now, this is where it brings them home. This one's going to sit in front of that back one there, right? Just like that. Oh, where's the camera? I better bring the camera so you can see it properly. Okay, that's better. Now, see the brown that I put there? It's sitting on top of those brown areas, if anything. Doesn't matter if you go over them a bit. because the brown is normally under the canopy. And also, I want some of it dribbling into the black. So this one's coming here. And lacing down into the shadows there. Beautiful like that. Let me look in the monitor. Now that's pretty much done. That's what all the shrubs should look like. Don't worry about those brown ones at the back. Now we're going to put this one in front. The light's hitting it, hitting certain areas to give it ups and downs, highs and lows, ins and outs. Tracing over the darker areas there and dribbling into the darkness. How's that one looking? Yep, beautiful. It's doing what I want it to do. The trees have kind of changed their shapes, but not to worry. Sometimes you can go back to your reference and it can put you off because you haven't followed it exact, and it'll put you off thinking, well, it's not looking like the reference, but you've got to keep reminding yourself. It doesn't have to look like the reference. The reference is just there giving you subject matter idea and shadow idea and all those toning ideas and stuff, you know. And that's how I see it anyway. Everyone thinks different. We're all individuals and think differently and act differently. Okay, and you can see what this lighter stuff's doing. It's sort of bringing the shape of the stuff home. There we go. All right, wasn't too bad. Now, is it looking like trees? Yes. I could probably have a bit more dark scattered through there, but it's something I can do off camera. Now we want the, let me just grab my mouse and get rid of that thing there. Go away. Won't go away. Now what we've got to do is the ground, and this is going to be fun. So I'm going to grab, where can we start with? We'll grab a bit of the darker green first. So I'm just going to wipe that brush. Okay, and grabbing some of the darker green. Watch this. I'm going to keep using this. So we've got, say, this colour there. It's a bit darker than that. Okay. Get it a bit inky so it's going to transfer. How many people have we got there? Just let me have a look. Okay, got 94 people. Great, Ian. I'll get some kick. Night or good night, Chrissy. Thanks for watching the show. Tucker Daddy, g'day. A Trucker Daddy. Quebec, Karen, Celeste. Yeah, there's a few names there. All right. Now watch. Fun bit. Fun bit and the ending bit. So we've got, hang on, this bit here. Sorry. We've got to work from the back to the forward. So we've got the green we're going to use. I want some of it a bit darker. Okay, so we're grabbing this. It's going to be green on top of that black, but dark enough. Okay. So deep within, travel deep within. We've got some shrubbery in there, just some shrubbery in there. Put pockets of it here and there. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I'll go a bit more on the greener side. Yeah, it's sort of going up the trunks a bit here and there. Okay, up in there, scary dark ground matter. Okay, that'll do. That's just being technical. Now we're going to grab the green, which is this one that we mixed up earlier. And we want to do our shrubs on the ground now before we get to the lawn. So we're getting some, oh, that's not the nicest colour, is it? Oh well, that'll do. I want some kind of shrubbery just in and out of all that. Use a better brush than this. I'm using this filbert one, but I'm just pushing it up, getting like little shrubs in front of that darker green that I just put down there. Here and there. There we go. It's just making artistic shrub shapes within there. Cool. Now I'm going to grab that green a bit more, and I want to come and lawn it in. So we lawn it up, leaving some of the darks under them shrubs that you just put in there, okay? Lawn it up. Lawn it up. What I mean by lawn it up is you're laying down the lawn, but leaving some of the darks under those shrubs you put in there. Okay, and keep these, it's like looking like, well it will when it's done, look like just a grass field. Come up to there, bit more, up to there, and then pull it straight, okay? Get it. Wipe your brush, picking up the one you just highlighted all this with the yellow and green. And now some of these little shrubs, all you want to do is sit them down over the lawn. Some tinkering way in the back there. What's my camera doing that for? There we go. They're just on the tops and leaving the shadow underneath, okay? Try not to make them too bright and thick, just nice and airy looking. Crossing over that black helps. Okay, now I'm getting a bit more yellow into that mix. That's the mix I just had, so I'm getting a bit more yellow now. A bit more yellow. And we just want to highlight that lawn. Because the light's hitting it. I'm just going to keep it straight. There we go. Nice bright bits underneath there. It's just a field with lawn. Probably got lots of little white daisy flower types there, but the light's hitting it. It looks like lawn, so you can kind of see what I'm doing, or what I've done. Where are we? There we go, I'll zoom in a bit. Love watching Ian paint, says Pemom. Thank you very much, Pemom. Good to see you on my show there, my videos there. All right, so we've got our foreground, we've got our little ground shrubs, we've got depth looking in there, and we've got our canopy of trees. Now you've watched this video, I've just shown you how to get different colours to make them look real. You can use any type of tree, and you've got your sky. And now if this was a panoramic type of, what would you say, a canvas all the way along, it would look beautiful. You can see the reference photo there. what I used as a reference. And just looking at it, I'll just show you. So as we want a bit of yellow to really accentuate our trees there where the sun's hitting it, because there's sun way up high in the sky, beautiful, bright, vibrant sun. So let's see if this is going to be yellow enough. I want, say, like a bit radiating here. So let me just see if this is going to be bright enough. Yeah, a little bit more, brother Ian, a little bit more yellow. So I'll put a bit more there. I'm just slowly adding the yellow now to that yellow green that I had on the board. And this is just where the light's hitting it. This will really... How's that looking? Yeah, okay. Got some brighter bits here, and I'll just brighten this corner up here as well. Just a bit there, not too much. All right, that'll do. That will do. All right, now I'm going to grab my script liner. Let's see if we can find a bit of white paint there. Yeah, I found a bit. I'll turn it grey matter, greeny grey matter. Oh no, I just wanted it. That's the wrong colour, isn't it? Yeah, that'll do. I want it white, if anything. I'm just going to put my signature on here. I'll just autograph it. And be sure to check out the links in the description below if you're watching the replay. You can request to become a member of my art group. All my tutorial paintings are for sale. I'll just sign it here. There's a Patreon link there to support my video content. I want to thank all my patrons that follow and support my channel here. It's people like you that allow me to keep going. All right, there's a PayPal donate link there as well. If you want to ever purchase a painting, that's how you purchase them, through PayPal. There we go, pretty much done there. All right, we'll whack a frame on this and see how she looks, eh? Always look good with a frame. I'll take this side tape off though before we do that. I've just put this there because the side of the canvas is foam, and when the tape hits it, it stays wet so long, and sticky, foamy paint. It's horrible. That's only because of the type of canvas I use. So we're just going to whack a frame on this and see how that looks. I reckon it'll look all right. They always look good in a frame, don't they, eh? There we go. That's not too shabby. We've got a beautiful, simple sky, a row of trees, got our foreground there. It can be somebody's garden, all right? And just remember, you can do that, all right? Just practice procedures. I mean, that ain't nothing fancy, but it's still a great painting at the end of the day, all right? And that's what you want to be able to do. And the longer you take your time, no rush to do things, the better you will see your art looking in your journey, okay? So thank you, everybody. I'll just come back here. I didn't drink much of my coffee, did I? I'll say hello to a couple of yous if you don't mind. It's always good to acknowledge your followers when you're doing a live show, isn't it, eh? Who we got there? Robbie, g'day Robbie, how you going? Good to see you here. Polly, Joan Turner, Sue Patter, thank you Sue. B, Crackerbox Palace, good night everybody. Celeste Watson, Brickhouse 67, Robbie Turner. These are all that I can just see that are going up there now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed watching this show. Yeah, be sure to check the links in the description below. Hit the thumbs up, share, like and subscribe. I'm going to have a mouthful of my coffee. Oh, I can get onto some doodlies now. Oh, thank you very much, Brickhouse67. She's just sent in a super chat donation there. Cyber hugs and kisses to you, my darling. Those of you who don't know, there's a super chat enables, there's a grey $sign down the bottom. I should have told you that at the beginning of the show, but I didn't, doesn't matter. But that's for people who want to support my content. And there are people out there that love to support creators like myself, and that gives you the opportunity there. And if you're watching the replay, there's a donate link below, and there's also other links to my blooper channel, my art group page. What else is there? My son's music channel that he uploads his music on, songs that he sings. Oh, there's about 9 of them there anyway. Check them out and see what you reckon. Give me comments below on this, whether you thought you learnt something, or you know, if you think you can teach me something, give it a go, eh? All right, so if you like what I'm doing, you make sure you tell your friends, but if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, all right? All the best, goodbye, good luck, and bloody good on you. Hooroo. I'll just get behind the camera now and turn it off.